What's up, my guys? We are back in line once again. Glad to be back. It's been about, I feel what feels like a month. I don't think it's quite been a month, but we were out on Christmas break. Christmas break. It's always fun times growing up. Felt like years growing up when you were on Christmas break. Now 2 weeks goes by like a blink of an eye. But glad to be back. I'm your co-host JT. They call me. Glad to be back, Tiggy Nation. What's up, my guy?
What up, what up? Yeah, I mean, it's been a fucking hot minute here. We're coming in. It's already E for explicit. And yeah, I mean, it's been a minute, but I had a good time. I visited home. And naturally, I didn't get to see any of the Nixon boys. So classic. Not that it was anyone's fault here. I will say no one's fault
But
here.
here's the thing. Sorry, I'm fixing my pants.
We started out
Here's
friends.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I told you weren't
starting out friends.
You know?
True.
I prepared. I didn't. I wasn't. Yeah, I was just like letting you right off the rip. Hey,
I thought maybe
love
it might
you.
have been a
Not gonna see me.
It might have been a Christmas miracle, though. I'm always keeping hope alive. So
Yeah. Well,
Tiggy, I'm going to tell you, it's a blessing you and I didn't get to see each other because I was sick as shit from like literally. I got very sick when I was down in North Carolina and I was fighting for my life. So I don't know what I caught. Christmas
Wait, you got
Eve
sick coming. Oh, gotcha. When you were down with her family.
AJT,
you were sick.
Could you let Jake tell the fucking story, please?
You want to? I mean, you could take it if you want. You put the hat on now. All of a sudden, anytime I talk about North Carolina, you're the guy that like leads the stories now.
No, I was just gonna say I didn't. I was like, oh man, did you get sick when you came here? Because then I was about to be like, oh, I got you sick.
Oh no, I was sick already. So yeah, but yeah, literally, I feel like I was gone like for so long too. Basically, dude, I feel like it has been a month though, just to kind of run it back. But yeah, basically just to tell everybody, my brain's going to be scattered everywhere. I'm on day 3 of an all juice cleanse. I haven't eaten solid food since Sunday. My body feels great. Nothing wrong with my body. The only issue is every time I think about food or seafood, I drool. And all I can dream about is tomorrow. That first little bite of whatever I take is going to taste so good. But the struggle is real, but I actually feel incredible. So, if anybody's feeling bloated and they want to try to lose a little weight quick, I would suggest it, even though it's very mentally tolling for sure.
Do you think so I've never done a cleanse like that. I mean, I've gone 24 hours without eating, i.e. intermittent fasting, you know what I mean? But like, is it only for 3 days or is this just going to be a new life for you? Like, how long is this cleanse going?
So I'm going to be honest, like, I don't hate how I feel. So knowing that I can pause eating food and supplementing it with like juices, teas, whatever it is, feels great. I've been pounding a lot of water. I have a tough time answering that because I don't know how my body's going to be able to digest that first meal, but I think that's where the healthiness comes into play is I'm going to make sure to try to eat like I'll probably eat like shit Thursday, but continue onwards, like just kind of eat more healthy. I don't know, Tig. I like it truthfully, and I know it's crazy to say, but like when I eat, that's when I get tired and I run out of energy. Everybody makes fun of me when I drink that I don't eat. Well, it's because I can't eat. Because if I eat, I'm gassed. I'm done. Like I can nibble on certain things. But the new healthy lifestyle is beginning, to answer your question. I just don't know specifically if the juice cleanses will be a constant, but I do know that intermittent fasting is going to be something that is implemented very soon.
Hell yeah. Very cool.
Very nice. What kind of juices?
So, let me see here. I got a couple in here. Let's see. So we have, I believe this is the 6 o'clock. This is the Tropic Thunder, which is pineapple, apple, kale, romaine, lemon, and mint. By far my favorite one. Let's see. Next, we have the G3. This is the third drink of the day. I believe I drink this at noon. This is cucumber, celery, kale, spinach, romaine, lemon, and liquid spirulina, whatever the hell that is. And then by far, this is the worst one. This is the one that gives me fits. This is the elixir. This is the 2 p.m. This one is grapefruit, ginger, aloe vera, burdock root, basil, oil, and milk thistle. This one absolutely
It
destroys.
sounds like the best one.
Dude, I mean, it does sound like it, but it isn't. And the first one, actually, dude, I have a lot of them here. First one of the day is celery juice. It's literally just celery and lemon.
I mean, is this a sponsored video? Is this a sponsored episode here?
If you want to send me more, you can send me more. And then the master cleanse is pineapple, extra turmeric, lemon, dandelion, cayenne, and maitake mushroom. So
you know what you got to do.
All that to say this, my butthole is exploding, and it's been exploding for the last couple of days.
You know what you got to do now is keep those bottles, and then you can just go get the ingredients and make your own homemade juices.
That's what I was thinking.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what the juices are, but I bet you could make your own for a third of the price.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate. I feel incredible. I feel fine. It's my brain that I'm fighting, and I didn't realize, one, it's my brain, and two, it's sugar. This is probably the longest I've ever gone in my life, 3 days in a row without sugar. And I can feel it in my head, like it's giving me headaches. So power sugar's crazy.
What about caffeine? Go ahead, Teggy Nation.
No, that was going to be my next question.
I haven't been drinking coffee, but I would be lying if I said I have not been doing caffeine pouches. So I'm not drinking coffee. I am doing caffeine pouches during work because sales. But yeah, and then I've just realized that this is one of those hats where Denver's upside down, but for some reason, since it's backwards, the DEN looks right and the VER is upside down, so it looks really weird.
So, I mean, that's kind of cool because, you know, we are the juice box and you're drinking juices constantly all day. Something wild.
It's kind of
I was
like
thinking the same. Yeah, you kind of going full cannibalization into the new year, since you know you are juice and all.
Tough looks. Well, Tiggy, how was the good old trip home? How was the East Coast?
It was good. I had a great time. It was nice to wear a jacket every day and long sleeves because I really can only do that here if I go golfing in the morning or am out at night, which is, I would say, a rare occurrence. So that was really nice. The weather was beautiful. I felt like an old person because I got home and I was like, I mean, it is so fucking hilly over here. I mean, it's crazy. All these up and downs and mountains. And, you know, I just sound like an old person. What else? I mean, the holidays were great. Got to see my family. And that was a lot of fun. I got to see a couple of my friends, and that was great. And then I think I ordered 19th hole. I think I was home for Saturday morning, and I left another Saturday. So 7 full days. I think I had 19th hole at least 4 times.
Dang.
I love that.
Yeah. In a week. And do you guys know Sheila there? I'm going to shout her out. Sheila. She's, I think, one of the managers. She's like shorter, older, like probably mom's age.
Love her.
Yeah.
Literally
hair,
love
glasses.
her.
Yeah. So nice. Sweet girl. She went to school, I think, with my mom. And so whenever I come, she's like, oh, how's your mom and stuff? And she's like, how long are you in town? I'm like, I tell you, you'll find out when I stop coming.
Yeah, no, dude, I love her. Literally, like, she, for some reason, she remembers me and like Brady and Neil every time we come in to watch games, and she is just the nicest woman in the world.
So nice, so nice. And
shout out Sheila, dude. Come on.
Shout out. Love it.
Shout out Sheila. And then, you know, we even called because my brother was like, listen, I like Pickles wings better. They're better size. They're better price. I was like, I'm down, but I've told you. And he's like, I know, but let's give it a try. Called twice. They ripped the phone out.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And then I complained when I went and picked up wings one time with Sheila. And she was like, you know, funny enough, one of their cooks just came over here because it's so bad over there.
Wait, so okay, let's crack the case here. Do you think they're not answering the phone because they have enough business that don't answer the phone, or do they just not answer the phone because they don't want to answer the phone?
I think they don't answer the phone because they don't have enough people working there at one time.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
Literally
I will
every
say,
time I'm there, well, every time I've been there, I swear, like you have 2 people max.
it's normally the bartender handling out here and then one other person bouncing back and forth. I mean, yeah.
And then probably one cook.
Yeah.
So,
Tough.
yeah, I mean, it's a small place compared to 19th hole for sure. In 19th hole, I mean, the kitchen is in the middle of the fucking place. You know what I mean? Like, it's so.
I
Like,
love it though. Like,
yeah, it's a very cool vibe. And
Yeah.
every time I go in there and pick up food, I see someone I know. It could be 10 a.m. It
I
could
love it.
be 6 p.m. Someone in there I know is at the bar, just drinking or eating, having food and stuff like that. I literally saw Neil one time. I saw
I'm sure. I'm sure he was blowing his nose and wing sauce all over his fingers, dude.
No. It looked like he was having a good time. It was no. And then I saw Taylor Laird one time. I saw I think Dane Chukta another time, and then I saw Joey Baker, I think one of my last times there. Like, so every time I saw someone there, that I knew, it was fucking crazy. So shout out to those people. Shout out 19th hole. I had a great time at home, and yeah, it was sick, and it was good. I'm so happy to be back in the heat, but I miss how, like, I don't know. It's just so cool. My brother has a truck now. He bought he bought a little Ford Ranger.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
And so I think he was driving his other car, and he doesn't drive his truck because of the gas mileage, and he drives to Pittsburgh every day. So I literally was driving it around. I'm like, this is something about a man in a truck, I don't know.
It's nice, dude.
Yeah,
it's nice.
So I had a really good time at home in Wheeling, West Virginia.
Oh yeah, dude. Well,
That's good.
me and JT had a fun time.
Tell me about your guys' holidays.
Good, JT.
Well, yeah. So honestly, we kind of stayed put, which was nice. We got to enjoy the new house. We had a crap ton of visitors, which was cool. We had every single one of our parents here at some point. When I say that, I mean Angie's mom, stepdad, dad, stepmom, my parents were all here at some point, which was really cool. Jake and Christy came down just for a couple of days, but oh man, we had a jam-packed day. Now that I'm thinking about it, like really cool. Like we live pretty close to the lake, and there's a lot of cool like lake restaurant bars. Totally my vibe. Went to one of them. It was cold, but still, it was nice to just be able to see water. Body of water, can't beat it. Had a good lunch and all that. Was real cool. Got to show them, a cool little area. And then here's the big thing here. The Festival of Lights in Oglebay, Tiggy Nation. They have that times 10 at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
It's
what
insane.
the fuck are you talking about?
It's insane.
They
times
have
10
times 10 easily.
Maybe
times
not
10. Easily
times
times
5.
10.
When's the
Times
last time
five.
Times 10.
When's the last time you guys went to the Festival of Lights?
Been a while.
Enough to where it would be.
That's
easily
not the
times
point.
10.
It's my point was not to say it was better. My point was
bigger.
We love NASCAR. Imagine like we're driving on the track.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Looking at Christmas lights. They had on the big monitor, they were playing Home Alone. So you could turn into the radio station, have Home Alone playing, driving through the lights. We're driving up and down the freaking bank, the inclines of the turns, and it just kept going. It kept going. It was like a big maze. You even drove through. It drove you through.
Hold on, don't get there yet. The Village. There's a whole.
Yeah, right in the smack dab in the middle is Christmas Village. You park and you get out. Yeah.
You walk through all these lights. There's vendors, food, desserts, a Christmas tree competition.
Yeah, Christmas tree competition. We didn't even know this existed. We were like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, we just found it online. All right, let's sign up and try it.
Shout out Callie and Alex. They found
Yeah,
it.
that's it. Yeah, Christy's brother or sister told us about it. And we were just like, all right, let's go. It was freaking sick. It was like going to Whoville in Charlotte Motor Speedway or something.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome.
So that it was really cool. Yeah.
Then you're driving out. You're literally driving through the concession stand area, and it's just all light. Like it was cool. So needless to say, like that's definitely a tradition now. Like it's gonna happen every year.
So that was really cool. New Year's Eve, kind of just hung out. Me and Angie got some food. Pretty low key Christmas time, but it was nice. It was kind of good to just be at the new place and had some visitors. It was good.
Yeah, that's sick. They have. It sounds sick, and especially because you guys like NASCAR, they had something like this out here in Scottsdale. They had like Christmas at the Princess, which is this big resort hotel and stuff.
Hell yeah.
And they had the lights, the skating, the trees, and everything. And it looked so cool. When I got back, I'm like, oh, dude, I got to go out there, at least skate or something. I don't know. But I couldn't find. I didn't want to go by myself because that's like a whole thing. I probably should have just did it. And then I don't know. Just no one here wanted to kind of go. And I'm just like,
I honestly respect it though.
I've
never been a guy my whole life that could do something by himself. I just can't.
Yeah, I mean, there's some
Yes, you
things.
can.
I'll go to the movies. I'll go out to I'll go to a restaurant or something like that or get some food. But I'm not about to walk around and aimlessly for an hour plus at a Christmas festival by myself. In a state that I already live in, you know what I mean? Like 30 minutes away. If I was in overseas or something, yeah, I could do that, But
feel it.
Yeah.
Feel it. Dude, how is? I mean, I know it's complete sidebar, but how is the new house and everything? Vibing?
Me?
No,
me or Tiggy Nation?
Yeah, Tiggy Nation. I mean, I know you've been in your house for a little while now, but it's definitely hasn't been a year yet.
No,
right?
It hasn't been a year. It's gonna be a year in May. But I think everyone's kind of gonna go their own way. Like, I mean, I have Troy and his wife live here, so I think they're gonna get like possibly buy a house. They're thinking probably. I might not even be in the state for half the year, possibly if I get this new job. So it could time
East
out
Coast?
perfectly. No, I'll be like in Oklahoma and Texas for a little bit of training.
Ain't no love down there, brother.
Yeah,
you get some good barbecue.
Yeah, so if I get that, it could time out well when my lease is up, so then I can just put my stuff in storage and save some money. So there's a possibility there. And then Chase, we're not sure. He's got a lot of family back home in Texas, so he might go back. He might stay. I'm not sure what he wants to do, but so we're probably just one and done with the house. But no, the house is doing well.
Sick.
Yeah, no one's killed each other yet, so I think that's a big plus. So yeah, everything's going well. Everything's going well over here.
It's good. It's good. JT's new house is very, very, very cool too. So I mean, literally, I had 2 stops there. So we planned the initial stop just kind of after her parents, but before we hung out with her sister and her husband for New Year's Eve. And then Christy got sick. She got real sick and she was being a big baby about it. She got real sick. So she wanted to go home. So we jumped in the truck, started heading home on New Year's Eve. And boy, oh boy, did we sit on the interstate for 4.5 hours because the semi truck took out 8 cars. It was the scariest experience of my life because I started running out of gas. So what I did is I was like, I'm going to do something. So I literally turned around and started driving backwards the other way because there was an on-ramp that we were literally 10 minutes from JT's house, an on-ramp where I was like, okay, we'll swing around. They probably got it blocked off. They started not letting people do that. So then it was blocked. So I start panicking because, leader, people start following me while I'm doing it, which is hindsight. I wish they wouldn't have. So I start panicking, like we're running out of gas basically. So Christy jumps out of the truck. Well, hold on, let me back up. While we're doing that, everybody's starting to run out of gas. So this girl comes and parks literally in front of me like this. So she's facing the right way, parked on the side of the road, and I am facing the wrong way, running out of gas. I was terrified. Like my heart started racing. I was like, I am fucking stuck. Nobody is going to let me move. This is a nightmare. So Christy jumps out of the truck and basically starts walking to all the cars behind me saying the story like, can you guys back up? Can you guys back up? Because there was a grassy patch right there. And all of a sudden we started backing up. Well, then all of a sudden everybody started going. So we're backing up. They're going. And thank by the graces of God, there was this young girl by herself. I could tell she was a nervous wreck. And I just like hung out the window. I was like, can I please turn around? And she let me swing real quick. And I ended up making it to a gas station. But it was kind of like the Lord saying, like, I don't want you to leave, that type deal. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see what the future holds.
Yeah. Jake was like, yeah, this sounds like a good idea. I'm going to leave Charlotte at 3 p.m. on New Year's Eve. That's going to be good. That'll be a good idea.
I never would have did that. If it was just me, never would have did that. Not playing the blame game, not going to blame anybody but me personally. Out of the two, I would have never done that. But happy significant other, happy life.
But yeah,
is what they said.
They ended up getting off the out of the traffic, and they said, well, screw it, we're not going home now. So they just came back and stayed with us again.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Well, that's good. I mean, a little blessing in disguise. And I tell you, when it is traffic drives everyone crazy. And honestly, I think if you are dating someone and it's like, you are thinking about committing to them, whether like a steady girlfriend or something like that, you know what I mean? Like if it's like, I think I want to invest a lot more time into you. You know what I mean? Like I just want it to be us. You should take a long road trip.
I love this.
And honestly, in the back of your mind, you should hope that things don't go perfectly as planned, just to see how they handle it.
This.
Because I tell you, stuff as simple as traffic could drive the sanest person up the wall. And you never know unless it happened. And I think being able to keep your cool in very stressful situations like that might be one of the most attractive qualities.
Amen, dude. Okay, question. Is traffic the only thing that can make everybody, whether they're high personality or high energy, low energy, calm, not calm, flip the switch and become a psycho? I think it might be one of the only things.
I'd say one of. Okay. I think definitely being in the like a busy airport.
Fair.
Well, that's traffic. That's traffic.
It's still kind of traffic, though, right?
Because again, you could say like grocery store lines. There's traffic in the grocery store lines.
No one wants to wait. Everyone wants it now.
Thanks, Jeff Bezos, Amazon Jeff.
But no, like I'll see. Yeah, let's see. I mean, yeah. What else?
It's the only thing
like
I can think
what
of.
else causes people to have mental breakdowns? I mean, I know there's other things out there.
But every type of person.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, honestly, yeah. Like lines, if we're putting it all into one kind of category as traffic, yeah, that genuinely might be like the only thing that only thing like that causes that kind of reaction. You know what I mean?
But you know what? So internally, I'm playing in myself as like the best person ever. I love being in traffic, because you get to kind of have a one-man show. I mean, you get to do a little stand-up. I mean, you get to drive everything, because there's nothing else going on. And they just kind of have to sit here and listen. So if you're a good showman, if you know how to communicate and you completely aren't a boring wreck, it could be a good positive in your direction if you get a little extra time.
Yeah, when you put it that way, like when you're trying to impress a lady or something.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like even if I'm by myself, like screw this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And this is true. Like, and even looking at like just waiting in a line, there could be the thing I want the most, ever to buy, or like the person I want to see, like like a famous person I'm a fan of or whatever. If the line is like too long, I'm not. Like, I'm leaving.
Oh yeah, no.
There's nothing I want. There's nothing I want so bad that I would wait in lines like people do for things. You know what I mean?
I don't think I can go to a place like Disney or Universal and ride rides. Like, I don't even know if I could do roller coasters anymore because I will not wait. Like, if a ride, the best ride there is an hour and a half wait, but there's one that's like 10 minutes. It's like, I'll ride the 10-minute line 20 times in a row. I don't really care.
Yeah,
So,
no, yeah. Like, what are we going to Disney and waiting in line for 2 hours? Like,
Yeah.
But see,
why?
you did it for lightsabers, first of all, but
I didn't wait in a line.
Yeah, okay, I know.
You were on a wait list, and then then you got a text, and then you went to your turn.
But see,
So,
this
nice try.
This is my perfect example, though, of why I will not go to Disney until I have kids, because I am like, the only thing that's going to make me wait in the line now is if my kid would want something. Me personally, I could care less.
I like Disney. Like, I'd go to Disney just with, as an adult. Like, I don't even need a kid around. I don't think, like, and I can wait in a line if it's moving, but it's like, we're not standing here for hours. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing?
I think
you're wasting your time here. Like, your day. You know what I mean?
Every business should take a page out of the Chick-fil-A drive-through line. Every single business. It's efficient and it's quick. Regardless how long the line is, you are in and you are out. Grocery stores should be efficient like that. Literally everything that has lines should take the Chick-fil-A model. Everybody should be nice. They should say thank you. My pleasure. Makes you more happy. It would cause less commotion and more happiness. And I applaud Chick-fil-A for their line skills.
Well, I think they get trained to be nice and courteous and all that.
My pleasure.
Unfortunately, no businesses have backbones, and no one else wants to work there anyway, so they just kind of get stuck. And it's like, we really can't fire them because we don't have any other employees. You know, it's an employee's world, not an employer's.
Yeah. Well, I hope it. Yeah, you're right. Fuck.
Yeah. Did you guys get anything? What was your guys' favorite gift for the holidays? Anything cool?
We didn't really do any crazy gifts this year, just because, like, we moved. Let's see. I'm trying to think.
I got a sweet watch. It's it's the watch JT has on, but mine's black camo. So I got a sweet watch. I got this hat, which is cool. Got some different kind of Carhartt things, which are always awesome to add to my arsenal. But yeah, I mean, we really only did one crazy gift because our snowshoe trip after Thanksgiving was kind of like our Christmas birthday present together. And I think that's going to kind of be the standard. Like, I don't really want to spend money on gifts. I'd rather spend money on experiences. So I think we just did it this time because it's our first Christmas, first birthdays together. But yeah, I would say probably my watch definitely is my favorite thing for sure.
What about you, Tiggy Nation?
So I'm wearing one of them. My brother got me these shoes.
Oh, nice.
Sick.
They are Kane recovery shoes. I don't know. He's like my friend.
Comfy.
He was like my friend Mason, not Huffman. Wears them to and from the golf course and like before and after he plays tennis and stuff. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. So he got me those to do in between stuff, and I just kind of wear them around the house. So they're kind of cool. And then I did get this actually I think was from my brother as well. Good gift giver he is. I got another album.
Nice.
And it's funny because this album was a CD that we always had in our family car at all times. And it is the very best of the Beach Boys.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's sick.
4 discs in here. 4 vinyls. So
damn.
kind of cool. So I was listening to a little bit a couple days ago and stuff. So yeah, that's about what I got.
That's cool.
Did you guys do like anything kind of crazy or out of the ordinary for Christmas or Christmas Eve, or it was more just kind of status quo, hanging out, which is still great?
Status quo. So we have, like, you guys know Gaby. She lives in Pittsburgh, so we don't do gifts until her and her husband come down. So then we used to just open the gifts in the morning. Now we can kind of sleep in, which is nice. And then we go to lunch at Silver Chopsticks.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah.
And I swear this lunch was 3.5 hours long. It was insane. So we were supposed to have it at 1. I think we finished eating at 4 o'clock maybe. And then we had another dinner happening at 5 with my other side of my family, just with my grandma and uncle. So no one's fucking hungry. You know what I mean? And it was and then after that dinner, they finally leave. It's 7 o'clock now. We're all tired. We're all stuffed with food. And then it's all right, let's open presents now. And it's can we just...
Oh, my gosh.
Can I take a nap first?
I know. It was dude, just rip them open. Let's just go home. But that was pretty ordinary, I would say.
Yeah,
but
no, I like that.
I like your gift. I like your idea of paying for the experiences and stuff like that. One of the gifts I got everyone here at the house is this thing called a pub pass. And you can get it for all the big cities, so there's probably one for where you're at, JT. So this is just the Phoenix one. It's $25, and it comes with 25 tokens for a free beer at 25 different locations.
What?
So
that's cool.
All of us got
this up.
So all of us got one. So we're gonna probably check out some new breweries and just new places and we get a free drink and just tip your bartender and stuff. So I'm like, that's pretty cool. So
love that, dude. I love
that. Is so
gift.
Cool.
Yeah.
So just someplace different.
That is awesome.
It's not like Wheeling, where I love Wheeling and I love that you can just go to I love that there's only a couple bars so you can just go to the same one. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But out here in a big city, I am kind of sick of going to the same location every single time when there's so many. We've gone to this one bar 20 million times, and then we went to one new bar, and I was like, oh my God, it has live music. It's half inside, half outside. There's 3 bar locations. I'm like, this place is fucking unreal. It's so cool, and the music's really good too. And I'm like, we should go here every time, and we've yet to go back. And there are probably so many cool places, especially out here, that aren't clubs or anything like that, but just cool different bars out here, probably every other block. So we got to venture out more and explore more of this world, even including, local bars nearby.
Yeah. So I just want to say this, and then JT can go, but flipping it on its head from small town vibes to big city vibes. That was the coolest part of when we stayed with Christy's sister and her husband. We literally just park somewhere and you can just keep walking down the street and there's a bar here, brewery here, boutique here. That is the polar opposite of the small town argument that you can make with the big city argument. Is you literally could discover somewhere new every single day. So I feel that I'm always the small town guy until I embrace that kind of lifestyle. I don't know if I'd want to do it permanently, but I like having it close. And that's the coolest part. It's just you discover things all the time.
For sure. Tiki Nation, sadly, they do not have a Charlotte on Pub Pass, but this is the coolest thing ever, actually. That is so cool. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of cool cities on here that have it. No, but even flipping the script on your conversation here.
I did play this switch.
I'm feeling the opposite right now. Because we lived in Atlanta where it was very much that. It was a different place everywhere. A new little freaking market square thing in 10 miles in every direction, you know what I mean? Which was great. And we went out and enjoyed and saw a lot of them, which was fun. But now I'm kind of pumped because like the town we live in now is very small townish vibe again, which is cool. Close enough to the city, you know, uh, close enough to Mooresville, which is like directly north of Charlotte, which is it's a growing city too. But I'm happy to be in like the small town kind of vibe again. Like there in our little town, there's a handful of like divey lake bars, and I'm like, all I need is like three or four, like, and I'm so solid with that. And I've only gone to one so far, but I've like looked them up and kind of see where they're at, and I'm excited to check those out when it gets warmer. But then even on the small town conversation, I went to get my hair cut today. I was like, I got to find a new place to get my hair cut. And I realized like our neighborhood that was recently, built, literally I could walk. There's a little haircut place, real old.
No
like,
way.
Haircut. Oh my
Which
gosh.
way? Left or right when you go out? Like you're
Right.
going out.
I could walk.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Like 6-minute walk. It took me 30 seconds to drive there. Not even joking. I go in. I call him today. At first, I was like, "Hey, like I'm new to the area, just trying to figure out, a good place to get my hair cut. Do you guys just do walk-ins or set appointment?" Real old lady, probably 75 years old. She's like, "Oh well, we typically like, if you make an appointment, blah blah." I'm like, "Totally cool. Do you have any time today?" She's like, "Oh, I can probably get you in around 3:30." I was like, "Okay, I'll see you at 3:30." I go there. I walk in there. It is like going back in time. Nothing has been changed for 35 years. You ever go into like an old building, like Jake, it reminds you like, remember the Trading Post in Wellsburg?
Yeah.
Very old, just old.
Yeah,
Not
old
dirty,
vibes.
not just old. You go in and it smells old. You know what I mean? That's how this haircut
Smells
place is.
good.
Yeah, like it's good. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. Real old lady, small, tiny old lady, about 75. Sat there in my chair. She's cutting my hair. It's kind of place where people just stop in to say hi, talk to her, and leave. Like not even to get a haircut. And I talk, she cut my hair in like 20 minutes. She's not fading me up or anything. She's just giving me a classic mom, grandma haircut. And I was like, you know what? I really like this right now. You know what I mean? It was very refreshing and comforting, coming from a place like Atlanta where the people aren't freaking nice there. Let's just say what it is. Atlanta people are mean.
Tiggy, he's out of there. Now he's talking that shit. He's like,
I don't like
in here.
but
I hope
here's
you
the
didn't
thing.
leave anything behind and you got to go back.
Atlanta, no, here's the thing. I'm never going to talk like that was a great experience, necessary experience to our life. But you go to a big city, people are like not that nice. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
But then you have a nice old lady just cutting my hair. We're just talking about stuff, and it was cool. It was a nice experience.
Can we see the cut? How much was it? Can we see the cut and how much?
Oh, it's cheap.
Yeah.
It's just just a
okay.
just
like
haircut trim, $20.
Can't beat it.
No, if you go to a bar, you go to a barber shop where I used to go. Shout out my guy Jay. He gives a great freaking haircut. But I ended up spending like $60 every time because I like to give a nice tip, and it
Yeah.
$20 in and out. She cut my hair in like 20 minutes. Call it a day. You know what I mean?
Dude, I always love how hats sit on your head because your head's so weirdly shaped.
It's very tall. Very tall.
I love it.
It
I'm
is.
so jealous. I wish
You gotta-
every hat. Yeah.
Great
He's
head
got
for a hat.
Great head for a hat.
Thanks, guys. That's a good compliment because I like my hats.
Yeah.
But no, so it's been cool. Like, totally went off on a tangent there, but
Is it safe to say the only thing you'll miss about Atlanta is the aquarium?
yeah, honestly, no, I'm not kidding. Like that was such a just a time that was.
I thought I'll be honest, I thought you were insane when you first did it. I'm so happy you're gone because you're closer now. Like I'll never forget. I think we can talk about this. Like I'll never forget the story of like the gas station. Like when you were going to the gas station and then you had to zip out real quick and you
Oh,
were on
yeah.
the news.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's
No, that
crazy.
was crazy. That was crazy. No, but I meant like what a ride the aquarium was. I
Oh,
loved
sorry.
going there. Like it was so cool. And yeah, I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, dang, like I may very well never be there ever again. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just so weird because I spent so much time there, you know, and like I could go behind the scenes of anything I wanted to essentially. So that part's a little sad when I think about it. But other than that, yeah, like it was a great time. The Braves were fun. Like that was cool. But yeah, I'm glad to be where we're at now. You
I
know,
like that. And you never know when's the last time you're gonna like be at a place, you know?
and I really try to do that. Like when I'm somewhere, I try to like really, what's the word? Like absorb it all.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, I may never be at this place ever again for
You're
my
doing
life.
You're doing the Michael Scott walkout every time. Like
Yeah,
look
yeah.
back. Every restaurant you go to, you're like,
yeah,
I might never be here for the chicken cacciatore ever again. You know?
yeah.
Perfect example of being grateful, JT. Tell the story about the kid in the village during the lights.
Oh my gosh, Tiggy Nation. So we're at the
This
Christmas
is
village.
great.
We're at the Christmas village, looking at lights and stuff, and there's this
Grown ass
family.
adults having the time of our life.
Yeah, there's this family. Kid's probably 10.
Yeah.
Mom and dad there. And you know, maybe not quite 10 yet, but your early teens, you start to think like, oh, I can't do that. That's not cool. You know what I mean? Like we're trying to be cool now, you know? And the mom's like, hey, like go get in this. There's a light up train. Like you can go and take pictures in the train and stuff. And she's like, hey, like go get in the train. I want to take a picture. And he's like, it's not cool. Like that's not cool. And she
So cool, Mom.
flipped out. She was like,
Tiggy, she
oh,
flipped the
it's not.
fucking lid.
She's like, oh, it's not cool. Yeah, like I spent $10,000 for this vacation for our Christmas vacation this year, and you want to say it's not cool? Fine, let's go back to the car. If it's not cool, and she just stomped away.
She's
Which
like,
honestly,
I'm fucking leaving.
respect
agree.
though. You got to be grateful, and sometimes you got to teach them a lesson. Like, cool, if you're gonna talk shit, we're leaving. You know.
Kid just comes pouting out, like crying,
Mhm.
looking at dad, and dad just like, she ain't wrong. And then they she ain't
that's
wrong.
exactly what the dad literally said. That exact. He's like,
wrong.
she's not wrong.
Do you think, because like maybe it's a sign that, you know, I'm not ready to be a dad or anything like that, but like you got to think, because we were all probably a little bit of assholes during some family vacations. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
you know, I know you guys are very similar to my family. We're like, I mean, you know, we're kids. We're not paying for anything on fucking vacation. You know what I mean? We are getting escorted around like we're VIPs from our parents. And what do we give them? Just attitude and bitching the entire time. The
Yeah.
entire time. And I can't believe my parents didn't flip their lids on me. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
yeah, shout out that nowadays parents are kind of like, oh, that's not cool. I spent all this fucking money and you're going to be an asshole in public. Like, let's leave. Let's leave that.
Well, all right, we're done. We're leaving.
It was
yeah.
Public
a great
humiliation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which needs to come back. It was a great moment for me because no lie, like it was quick, but I was like, oh shit, that's a reminder to just appreciate everything that you're doing. Like take in all the places you are. Like it is true. Like the older we get, the less time we get to do quote unquote cool things, because life really is like work, pay bills, worry about your house, worry about your family, which is all great. But when you get to go out and do stuff, you have to appreciate it because you literally don't know when you're going to be able to do it again. And when that mom snapped, I was like,
Mhm.
all right, quick reminder,
Yeah.
have fun while I'm in here. Because who knows
right.
if I'll ever be back.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Same thing. I remember it was like the first night I got in. We went to Wakeham's, me and Jacob Mail, shout out, David Stanley, Connor Peklinski, and just my friends from high school, at our
What's
table stuff.
David's favorite beer drinking game?
Oh, his favorite game is drink the beer.
I love that.
Yeah, we were trying to play euchre at the table. He's like, I'm not playing. He's like, I'm playing my own game.
And dude,
But-
I feel that so freaking hard. But go on, Tiki Nation. Sorry.
Yeah. Wakeham's.
But so we're at Wakeham's stuff, and I'm so glad I went out because I just flew in 2 flights overnight, delays, barely made my second flight. I'm dead. I got 30 minutes of sleep all night, so I could be a complete piece of shit and just have validity to be like, listen, I'm just tired. I want to stay in. That was the only time I saw all of them except for Connor. I saw Connor one other time, and they all live away. And I considered them my best friends in high school. You know what I mean? I still feel like you're good friends. You just fall right back into the fold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they kind of gave me, it was like, they're like, yeah, you're not here, but when you're in town, you come and visit. And like some people were in town and didn't even come and like see everyone. So I was like, fuck yeah. Well, I'm glad I could see you guys and stuff. And I don't know what it was, but maybe it was just a little liquid courage or what. I don't know. But like by the end, not that I was emotional or anything, but I'm like, I hope I can see you guys soon. You know what I mean? Like even if it's next year, like, you just never know because some people who you thought I was going to see over break, I ended up not seeing, and I was there for a whole fucking week and lives are busy and stuff. And I remember I got dropped off by Jake. He doesn't drink or anything. So he dropped us off and stuff. And I went around. I was giving kisses on cheeks. I was just, and I love the move, kisses on cheeks. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I was like, hey, I love you guys, man. I hope you guys take care, and I hope I can see you guys soon.
I love kissing the homies. Like,
yeah.
Genuinely, there's nothing better than a good hug and either like kiss the back of the forehead. Like I appreciate that kind of stuff. So I love that. And you couldn't have said it better. Like there are those group of friends that you may not see for a month, a week, a year, or 2 years. Like to me, like I get what you're saying. Like it is a weird clarification because they're not your best friends, but they are your best friends. There's like not a word for those kind of friends. It's like a back like you never left friend. And truthfully, those are kind of like the best, honestly.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know, I just treat all my, friends that I grew up with, you know what I mean? Just kind of like grew as a person with. Because I feel like, I don't know, someone comes out and visits in Arizona and I'm like, oh, like I'm just going to act like how I was, you know what I mean? Like that inner side of me comes out. I don't know. And you just remember all those times together. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Big fan of letting your friends know that you love them,
Facts.
You don't got to be too tough to show some emotion, so I appreciate that.
I cried when Tiggy Nation left. I was bummed out. I was bummed out.
I was sad. I still get sad even signing off to these calls.
I know it's crazy, dude. Like, what a hell of a ride, brother. What a hell of a and we're back, which is cool. Like I'm happy I finally found like a setup that works to do this.
You never know, man. You never know. This could take off when we're 40. You never know. That's life. There crazier things have happened in life. Samuel L. Jackson was not in his first movie until he was in his 40s.
Yeah.
Okay?
And there's people in Australia that still listen to us every week, or every 2 weeks, whatever it is.
Yeah.
There's people from Canada that still listen to us.
Yeah, but the people from Australia, they see your Denver as written, top to bottom correctly. So
yeah, it's so crazy how weird it looks.
The land down under. Couple things though, I was just thinking about. Still have these pub passes pulled up here. This would be cool, like if you're going to visit one of these cities.
Yeah,
like buy one of these, right? Because you're gonna $25 for how many did you say?
You get 25 beers. There's 25.
25?
There's 25 of these things. Yeah.
Dude, that is the most worth it thing I've ever seen.
Well, JT, what are the cities? Like, do you have it in front of you?
Okay, you know what? I'll freaking just rattle them off.
Yeah.
Some of them are so random, but we'll go for it. Denver, that's sick. Des Moines, Iowa. Jacksonville, Florida. Kansas City. Madison, Wisconsin. Milwaukee. MSP, Minneapolis, St. Paul. New Orleans, South Florida. So I'm assuming like Miami, Phoenix, Orlando, Northern Colorado, St. Louis, Tampa, St. Pete, Washington, D.C.
Dude, boys, I just pub pass vacation.
Yeah.
Imagine
Honestly,
doing that every 2 years.
That's a cool thing.
Do the pub pass vacation.
That's a freaking awesome idea. I'm not even kidding.
Because
Like that is so cool.
You get in there if you're going for like a weekend or something to one of these cities, pay $25, get this with your boys or group or whatever, and then you just do your own little what is it? What do they call it? The
Bar
beer run,
crawl.
the bar crawl.
Bar
Yeah.
crawl, yeah.
Do the own bar crawl with this and just bring a little bit of cash, tip the bartender, get your free drink. Cool. Next place, too easy.
Which some of those places you said, like obviously some are rather large, but there was a few that mentally it's like they got to be close. Like I can't imagine Des Moines, Iowa. The 25 places are spread out to where you're going to have to Uber to every single one. Or like a St. Pete, like
yeah.
Dude,
that is
I
cool.
love the
I love this. This is the coolest thing ever. I'm not even joking.
Dude, that might be the bachelor party, pub pass party. When
pass.
So cool. Pub pass party coming up soon.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, yeah, that I'm all for it.
Put a ring on that finger, boy. Sorry.
No, yeah, it's all you gotta you gotta put a ring on the finger first before you start talking about bachelor parties.
Oh, dude, I wasn't talking about me, dude. I was just saying.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I watched some good, caught up on some good things lately. Tiggy Nation, been watching Arcane.
Oh, so good, right?
Honestly, so good. I think I'm on like episodes, I'd say 6 maybe. I'm kind of letting it ride. You know, I don't want to just watch it and be done with it.
Yeah.
Show's freaking awesome. I was hooked from episode 1. To be honest, I didn't know. Like, I thought the people in episode 1 are like the main characters, and they all freaking die. I'm like, oh shit! Like, this is kind of crazy. Totally gave me Jack and Daxter world vibes. I told you that.
Yeah.
Remember the game, Jake, Jack and Daxter? So Arcane's based off that League of Legends game. I've never played. Totally just gave me the Jack and Daxter world vibes.
Wait. What game's based off League of Legends?
Arcane, the show, is based off of League of Legends game.
Got it.
Which I don't know much about, but it's freaking awesome. So I'm loving that. Also, we went to see Mufasa.
Yeah!
How was
I've always wanted a brother.
Let me tell you, honestly, it was really, really good. Well, so let me give you my quick analysis here, synopsis here. Love Lion King. Grew up probably favorite Disney movie, Lion King animated.
It is mine.
When all of them, I love Lion King, Lion King 2, Lion King, all of them. I love the Lion King universe. When they came out with the live action remake of The Lion King with Childish Gambino and Beyonce, of course I'm going to see it. It was good, but the CGI of the lions in that movie, like they had just emotionless face, and you could tell the whole movie. It's like, this just doesn't, you know what I mean? There was no emotion in them. They totally took that and fixed it for Mufasa. The lions, the emotions on their, like, it looked real. Like, you could tell when they're like smiling or like sad, you know, like the visuals were awesome. The music was awesome. And the storyline, I was surprised it was good. Like, I was worried. I'm like, oh God, here we go. They're trying to make like Mufasa look like not like kind of crook, like Scar not being a total bad guy type thing or whatever. And you're like, oh, come on. But the story was really, really good. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Go ahead.
I think that Mufasa, the storyline, is the best prequel storyline ever written in any kind of series that has come out that fits the main story.
All right, slow down.
I'm serious. Tell me one that's better. You're gonna try to tell me that
House of the
Star
Dragon.
Wars Episode 1 and all that, or all that's better than the
Absolute. Yes,
no way.
absolutely.
No way. Mufasa.
If you're gonna sit here and tell me Mufasa's story is better than Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, you need to quit your juice cleanse because you're going crazy.
I'm
Okay.
serious.
It was
about-
really good. I have no. Go ahead, Tiggy Nation.
I want to throw Mad Max with Furiosa. I think Furiosa was really, really good, and some would argue, it's an incredible prequel. Literally goes right into Mad Max, and I think, with the new age technology, people could say Furiosa was even better than Mad Max.
Fair. And
gotta
I'm
watch
going to
that
say
still.
something else that's crazy. Hashtag Scar was right.
Oh my god!
All I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
You're doing this for clicks. You're doing
all
this
I'm
for
gonna say.
clicks right now.
All
No,
I'm going to say.
Scar was a little bitch, just like his dad.
You're right, but it's just funny to get you all fired up about it.
No, because I see people saying that shit like on Instagram. I'm like, shut up.
I mean, but
You're
hold
just
on.
saying this shit for clicks, dude.
But now it literally, like, we understand the beef, though. That's the cool part
you
about
do.
That's the cool part. Now we finally understand the beef. And I'm not going to say anything else. Tiggy Nation can watch it on his own. But you understand the beef now.
Yeah, you do. You do. But another thing that's kind of cool
and it
is
connects Lion King too. Now it makes sense to the other lions. It all makes sense. Makes sense.
I got boxes of Pepe Sylvia here.
Yeah,
it is kind of cool because in the Lion King remake of the original, like with the Lion King remake, it's spot on with the Lion King original animation, like story, but they add literal, like subtle remarks from Scar where you're like, okay, they're building something off of this.
Yep.
And it totally tied in with the Mufasa movie, which it was really, really good. Like it was a really good movie.
The coolest part about it is it's a present day sequel after the Lion King telling a story that's a prequel to Lion King.
So let me break that down for you, Tiggy Nation.
Piggy Nation,
your head.
why don't you sit on that?
It's going from Lion King 1, following Lion King 1, okay? That's how the movie starts. It starts after Lion King 1, but then it's Rafiki telling Simba's daughter the story of Mufasa.
It's
gotcha.
Sick.
Okay.
So Timon and Pumbaa are in it, like with Seth Rogen, Billy Eichner, like it's great.
That's
and I got and I don't think this is a spoiler, but I'm gonna tell you, Tiggy Nation. The very end of the movie, okay?
Not a spoiler. I'm gonna tell you anyway, though. I don't care what you think.
Anyway,
so at the very end, the climax of the movie.
No.
Before you leave
at the very end, right? Simba, Nala come back, right? They come to the daughter, like, hey, daughter, we're back. You know, hey, Kiara, we're back. And then there's another baby lion with them. So Nala has a baby. It's not a spoiler or a secret. That's happening at the very beginning of the movie. And you're like, wait a second, who the frick is this guy? When did Simba have a son?
I did say that. I was like, I don't understand this.
But there is a children's animated Lion King show called The Lion Guard, and it's about Simba's son. So they're actually tying it into like the canon stuff now. I just thought that was really cool.
That is
pretty
cool.
cool.
I like when they add they follow the animator really well and they just tie
it.
So they tie a bow on it. So that's kind of cool. Do you think we're gonna have a live action show of it?
100%.
Maybe not.
Not a movie. 100%.
Lion King 2, yeah. Lion King 2 will happen. Yeah.
And honestly, JT, I bet it ties in that show and Lion King 2 all together, because the coolest part of Mufasa for me is we understand Kovu's family now from Lion King 2, the animated show. Or the animated movie.
The animated movie.
Like that was always just kind of like, oh,
where did these lions
they're
come
related
from?
to Scar. Like, what are you talking about? And now it's like, oh, I get it now. That was the coolest part for me.
Isn't it funny how, when they're supposed to be such a clear good guy, You find yourself falling in love with the character of the bad guy because he's either so cool or the way they drew him up is incredible. You know, we see it in The Lion King, and we see it in another movie that shows very similar parallels to it with Black Panther, where Black Panther's, you know, the hero, R.I.P. and P.S. Chadwick, but Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan, is the absolute star of that fucking film. I mean, it's not even close, you know?
It's pretty
sick. You know, the fact that Jake's like, Scar was right. Like, Scar probably was, I mean,
he was right,
it's all about Scar, but...
Tiggy, he was right. That's all I'm going to say. You take it yourself. He was right, all right? He has a reason why he's pissed off. Makes sense. And my stomach just gargled.
Yeah.
I do have a question. So basically, I'm behind on shows because football's been on. Football. Both of our teams are in the playoffs. We don't have to talk about it very long.
Yeah.
Tiggy Nation, I know you haven't smelled a win the whole month of December, but how are you feeling going into a divisional rival, which will be sick? How are we feeling with Russ? And do you think the reports that secretly Justin Fields is going to start are valid?
No, there's zero chance we're starting the game with Fields. Zero chance, unless we're going to run an option play at the very beginning. You know, I mean, they have no faith in this guy to throw the football. Everyone knows it's very similar to the who's the guy from New Orleans, Taysom Hill, whatever his name is. When T Hill gets in the game, you know there's not a lick chance that he's throwing the football. You know what I mean? Justin Fields enters the game, they're running the football. So I think we beat the Ravens earlier this season. We won the turnover battle, and we win the turnover battle almost every game regardless. Sometimes it just doesn't result in points, and that's what it's coming down to. Our offense can't get anything going, and our defense is struggling. TJ Watt got banged up a little earlier. We need him at full go. Like if TJ can't get a couple sacks, I mean it's chalked. It's chalked. 27 can't guard a fucking lunchbox. I mean, we're in bad shape. And Lamar Jackson could be an MVP. But it's AFC North football. It's cold. Anything could happen.
That's facts.
Fire Mike Tomlin, honestly.
Okay, so
take George Pickens with him because he can't catch.
I agree. So here's my thing. I've obviously been paying way more attention to Steeler football because of Christy. Christy's a diehard. She watches it every week. I listen to her dad talk about it, her brother-in-law, all of that stuff. Then when the Hard Knock show came out, it's evident. What does he do? He doesn't call plays. All he does is watch the game. All he does is give motivational speeches. I just am confused on, I get the loyalty factor of it, but at what point are they going to look in the mirror and say, this guy can't get it done? He literally hasn't won a playoff game since 2016. Brady was a Falcons fan. And now he's a Steeler fan, but he was a Falcons fan back then. He doesn't even know what a Steelers playoff win's like. And it's just crazy to think that you're potentially, again, not rooting for your downfall, potentially, it might be 10 years since you won a playoff game, but at least you went 500.
I mean,
who cares?
It's tough to measure success. You know, I think it's very good to make the playoffs. I think it's very good to have a winning record. But when they don't amount to anything, questions come up. But in terms of the coaching, not every coach needs to be hands-on, needs to be calling every play. You know, I think he's a very players coach where he focuses on environment and making sure everyone's in the right spot. And I think the Steelers do a great job of hiring the supporting cast that leads a lot of the stuff where Mike Tomlin doesn't have to be, you know, like micromanaging. You know what I mean? He has faith in his guys and he's making sure they have everything he needs. He's a manager and he's making sure everyone has what they need, you know?
So as the manager, are you upset that he decided to put Russ in when Justin Fields was rolling just fine?
Initially I was, and then Russ came out and threw a lot of touchdowns and scored
against stinkers.
I mean, hey, NFL teams are NFL teams.
Okay, that's fair.
You know,
that's
we lost to, you know, the Dallas Cowboys. While they had a different quarterback, we lost to the Dallas Cowboys, and the Dallas Cowboys are a laughing stock in the NFL right now. So
that's fair. Well, listen. Luckily for you guys, I got a video to play. I already know who's winning the Super Bowl. I watched a playoff predictor, and I'll basically tell you guys right now who's going to win. So.
Okay.
First round, we got the Bills with Josh Allen in attendance. Hi, Josh Allen. I love you. Yeah, versus the Broncos. The Bills get a 2, and the goddamn Broncos. Anyway, Ravens, Steelers. The Ravens get a flip. A 1, the Steelers get a 3. Okay, we're going with upsets here. The Texans get a 2. The Chargers.
Chargers.
Nothing but upsets. Yo! Hi, Pomegranate. Pomegranate's watching the NFC. He's a huge Packers fan. We got the Eagles and the Packers. The Eagles roll a 5. The Packers a 2. I'm sorry. Packers are out. We got the Bucks and the goddamn Commanders. The Bucks roll a 1. The Commanders. A 1, we got overtime. The Bucks roll. Baker Mayfield get the 6. Commanders. A 3. Charlotte Commanders. We got the Rams versus the Vikings with the Fox
This
Sports
is awesome.
robot. The Rams get a 3. The Vikings. A 6. The Vikings are moving on. We're on to the divisional round. We got the Broncos versus the Chiefs with the Pug Mug in attendance. Hi, Pug Mug. Chiefs roll a flip and oh goodness. Bo Nix. Beauregard Nixon. Oh, going to the
Bang!
the Steelers and the Chargers. The Chargers roll a 2. The Steelers. A 3, the AFC Championship that no one saw coming. The Steelers and the Broncos versus the Lions and the goddamn Vikings. Oh, that's a good one. The Lions roll. Oh, goodness.
Oh,
The
no.
Vikings. A 4, the Vikings are going to the
No
NFC
redemption.
Championship. Versus the winner of the Eagles and the Bucks, the Eagles. A 5, the Bucks.
6.
A 6, the
Oh.
Bucks are going to the NFC Championship.
Baker.
Championships that everyone saw coming. We got the Steelers and the Broncos versus the Bucks and the Vikings. All right, Steelers. It's a 2, the Broncos.
The Broncos? Oh, shit.
Imagine the winner of the Super Bowl gets that Maruba. Steelers. It's a 3, Broncos. A 4, the Bucks.
Oh.
Going back to the Super Bowl. The Bucks versus the Vikings. The Bucks.
Obviously.
And the Vikings. A 6, and
Oh.
we're gonna have a Broncos versus Vikings Super Bowl. Yar.
Yarn.
We got the Broncos, Beauregard Nixon versus Sam Darnold and the Vikings. The Broncos roll a 6. The Vikings. A 4.
Oh.
The Broncos are Super Bowl champions. Yar.
Who is this guy?
Let me see. Let me shout out
I think it was Billy Madison.
at Nifreffa on TikTok. I saw it on Twitter, but yeah, dude. So Broncos are winning the Super Bowl. Boys, get your bets in now. Yarr!
Dude, that's fucking funny.
That was fire, honestly.
And it was sick that it was it looked like an old Beyblade arena, and he was just throwing a dice in it.
Beauregard Nixon, is that what he was calling him?
Yeah. Yarr!
That's pretty
All right, boys, that's all I got. That's all I got for you.
Cool.
Same. Came back.
But
with some
Tiggy
heat.
Nation, good luck this weekend. Two big games for both of us. So
Yeah, you as well.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully those predictions stay true. I might go back and just bet every game like that. You know, we'll see what happens.
Yarr! Oh, real quick, college football playoff freaking stinks. Anyway, but real quick, talk about. Then we're done. I promise. We're done. 2 money games this freaking week. They both this weekend, right?
yeah, tomorrow and Friday.
I mean, talk about. You got Penn State versus Notre Dame and Ohio State versus Texas.
I know, I agree.
But wait,
Oh my gosh,
the college football playoff sucks.
it does. I'm not happy with any team in the finals. I don't even want to watch.
Okay, but listen, from a football standpoint, we literally have playoff football from Thursday all the way to Monday. So from that,
All right, sounds good. That all we got? All right, brothers. Bye-bye. See you. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.